Mobile phones have become essential to our daily lives, but they're also a top target for cyber criminals. From strange pop-ups to apps you never installed, malware can sneak onto your device in ways you might not expect. Today I'm going to be talking through how to spot mobile malware and some of the steps that you can do to remove it and protect your mobile devices, no matter what phone you use. Whether you're on Android or iPhone, these tips will help you stay safe and in control. Hello, everyone. I'm Michael Kinnett. I'm CEO and founder of iTernal Networks. And here at iTernal Networks, we believe in empowering individuals and businesses with the knowledge that they need to succeed in today's world. So every Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific time, I go live on all of our social pages to discuss different topics in technology and cybersecurity to help empower others. These live streams aim to help business owners and others feel more confident in their knowledge about business, technology, and cybersecurity. At iTernal Networks, we're dedicated to creating safe and secure environments for people to thrive and do what they love. And staying educated on technology is a big part of doing that. At the end of the live stream, I'll take time to answer any questions from the audience. So if you have questions, throw them in the comments at any time, and I'll review those at the end. So now for today's topic, how does malware reach your phone? Malware can there's really lots of ways. Malware can enter your phone through malicious apps, through phishing links, unsafe websites, even public Wi-Fi. Some people think that sticking to the official app stores on their phone is enough to stay safe, but even trusted apps sometimes contain security flaws. Over 75% of mobile apps have at least one known vulnerability, which can open the door for cyber criminals. One of the most common ways threat actors can gain access to mobile devices is through smishing or SMS phishing. If you're like me, you receive texts from unknown numbers with all kinds of attempts to get me to respond to things. Everything from seeking political donations, offers for financing, business or personal, to some more malicious attempts to get me to respond and provide access to my data or my accounts. I wanted to show you a couple of examples of this that I've received on my phone, and then we can get into what happens if you get these and accidentally clicked on it or did something and responded to it. So here's an example. I just received this one this last week that they're trying to appear like they're Amazon, offering me a free refund on something I purchased. How nice of them, right? Does anybody, if you sit down and think about it, actually think Amazon's going to reach out and say, hey, we want to give you money? No, not really. And if they were, it's not going to come as a random text message from an international phone number. So taking a little bit of time and looking at this, you're able to see some red flags, right? One, the phone number, it's an odd phone number. Two, the link in this doesn't go to Amazon's website. It's a URL shortener that could take me anywhere. Second, right, or one of the other flags here is, Amazon's not going to send you a random message. They're going to communicate through their normal channels. You're going to receive an email from them. You'll receive a notification in the Amazon app. You're not going to receive a random text message. So if you get one of these, one, don't click on the link. If you did click on the link, we'll talk about that here in a little bit. Don't click on the link. What you need to do is you need to report it as spam and block it. And you can do that. This is on an Android. The process is very similar on an iPhone. You're going to select the three dots there at the top right on Android, and this is in Google Messages app. If you're using Samsung Messages or others, the process is very similar. You're going to click on the menu to pull up your options, and there should be a block and report spam option. When you click on that, it's going to pop up and confirm that you want to actually block that phone number and report it as spam. So make sure that checkbox is checked. It should be on by default. And then click yes. When you do that, it will then confirm, and it's going to say, hey, at the bottom it says blocked and reported. And at the top, we can see that this number has been blocked. Well, that's great, but I want to make sure that I'm not going to accidentally open it, or that one of my kids playing with my phone isn't going to accidentally open it and click the link. So I want to delete this as well. So once again, you go up to the menu, select delete. It will then confirm, hey, do you want to delete this? And you'll go ahead and confirm that and click delete. And that's going to then delete the message off of your phone. Here's another example. This one I received a little bit longer ago. This is, how kind Facebook is reaching out to me via a random phone number, text message saying that they need to help me with something, that there's something fraudulent. Well, guess what? Facebook, like Amazon, is not going to reach out to you via some random text message. They're going to communicate to you through their normal trusted channels, through the app or through email that's on your account that comes from Facebook. So this one I've already blocked and reported, which is why it's showing here and saying, hey, why this looks like spam, because my system, my app already knows that I've flagged that as spam. So these are just two examples of the types of phishing that comes through text messaging. You're not going to get an email or a text message from the IRS, from the FBI, from your bank, right? From any of your credit card companies. They're not going to reach out to you in this way. They're going to communicate with you through their known trusted channels. So if you receive any of these, report them, block them as spam, and then delete them. All right. Even if you're cautious, there's still a risk that something could sneak through, that you went to a website that had a bad link on it, that was hacked, or an email that you looked really good. It looked like it came from on your phone, and you clicked on it and went to a website. So there's always a chance that something can slip through, no matter how cautious you are. The good news, though, is knowing the signs of infection and acting quickly can help you avoid serious consequences. And taking some steps proactively can help protect yourself, even in the event that you do accidentally go somewhere you shouldn't. So let's start off by talking about a few signs that your phone might be infected. And I'll just point out, I'm going to say phone. This goes for tablets as well. So iPads or any Android tablet, same applies. Malware can be sneaky, but it often leaves clues. So look for these type of things. Look for your battery all of a sudden draining much faster than it used to. Look for apps crashing for no apparent reason. If your device all of a sudden starts overheating, that's another sign that there might be something going on. If you notice apps on your phone, on your homepage that you don't recognize, that you didn't install, if there's constant pop-ups or other strange behavior of apps, any of these alone could be harmless. It could just be a temporary bug. But when they happen together, that's a strong indication that there might be something going on, something malicious, or your phone's failing, right? It could be hardware related and your phone's just dying if it's an older phone. But they're also an indication that there might be malware or something going on. So let's talk a little bit now about some things that you can do to try to clean up malware from your phone and get it back operating better. These steps also, I would say, are good just to do proactively to prevent malware from getting on your phone. So if your phone or tablet is showing these signs, take these steps. Even if it's not, you can take these steps and be more safe than if you don't. So first off, update the operating system on your phone. This is, whether it's iOS, whether it's Android, this is one of the most effective ways to stay secure and to block future threats, as well as improve performance and fix issues that might be going on with your operating system. So go into the settings on your device and check for system updates. These updates often include security patches that remove some of those vulnerabilities that I mentioned that can be exploited. Frequently we'll hear about iPhones or Android phones that have vulnerabilities in their texting app, where if a text message is sent in a certain way, it can exploit an operating system vulnerability to give access to certain things that you definitely don't want them to have access to. So stay on top of that. Make sure that you're getting those those operating system updates on your devices. If it pops up and says, hey, we've got a system update, take a look at it and plan on installing that when you have time or overnight. Next step, I would say, is to remove suspicious apps. And this can be not even suspicious apps, but apps that aren't being used. Review the apps that you install from time to time and delete anything you don't recognize, anything you didn't download, or anything you haven't used in a very long time. All of these apps have a potential of having vulnerabilities. And by having an app with vulnerabilities on your phone, you leave the door open for a potential threat actor. So when you're going through your apps, look for apps with very vague names. Look for icons that maybe look like a popular service, but it's just a little bit off. The color's off, the font is off, something's just different. Look for apps that are using excessive data or battery in the background. You can go into your device settings and you can run reports on battery usage or data usage. And if all of a sudden you see hey, here's an example. A couple of years ago, there was a very popular flashlight app. This was before, all of the phones had it built in, but there was a popular flashlight app that had some extra features and it had been around for years. Well, at some point, that app became malicious. It's in all the trusted app stores on millions of phones, and it updated. And now, guess what? Threat actors are using it to do bad things. And users started seeing data and battery usage climb. So if you see an app that you're like, why is my flashlight app all of a sudden using a bunch of battery when I'm not using it? That's a really good sign that app is malicious or doing things that it shouldn't be doing. Whether it's a threat actor or whether it's just a bug in the application, it's something that you should be concerned with. So to uninstall any of these apps that you find, just press and hold the app and tap remove or uninstall and then confirm that you want to delete that app. And that's a very similar process in iOS or Android. Another step that you can take is to clear your browser data on your mobile device. Malware can hide in your browser cache. So if you've visited a risky website or clicked on a shady link, clearing your browser data will clear out any evidence of that, any files that were downloaded or any redirect links or anything like that. It will clear that out and it might help improve your performance on your device. So you can get to that by opening your browser, going into the settings of the browser, and then find the options to clear browsing history, cookies, and cached data. You want to remove all three of those, and that will remove any lingering code or redirect attempts that are there. It also can help your browser, even if there's no malicious things there, it can help improve the performance of your browser. All right, if you believe that you have had malware on your device or believe that you still have it and these things aren't helping, then the next step is a little bit more extreme. And that's resetting all of your settings. You can essentially reset your settings, which does not erase your data, but it does reset all of your system preferences and your app configurations. So any customizations in the operating system or apps, those are going to get wiped out. Go to your settings and look for the reset or general management option and then select reset all settings. Make sure it's the option for settings, not reset my device, right, in its entirety. Which leads me to the next option, right? So if that doesn't fix it still, then the next option is to restore your phone from a backup that was created before the issue started. That can help to eliminate any persistent malware as well. So you can use cloud backups or a computer to erase your device and then reinstall from a clean source. If you're unsure about your backup safety, you may want to consider setting up the phone as a new phone and then manually reinstalling any apps and copying over any photos and things that you want to do to make sure that you're keeping that device clean. If any of these steps you get stuck, or if those don't work, it may be time to reach out to your phone manufacturer support team. That can be Apple, Samsung, Google, right? You can also contact T-Mobile, Verizon, Sprint, AT&T, any of the major carriers, and talk to their support team, and they can assist you with some of these problems as well. And they can walk you through more advanced steps, which could include booting into recovery mode or running hardware diagnostics to determine if it's actually malicious software or if it's failing components of the mobile device. All right, the best fix is definitely prevention, though. So if you want to minimize your risk, stick to official app stores. Only download apps from the official app store from Apple or Google. These platforms offer better protection than third-party sites. They have a stringent process that developers have to go through to prove that they're a legitimate company and what the app is for before they can be published. Now, like I said, that doesn't guarantee that the apps are clean and they can't be used for malicious things. So make sure you're also in the app stores reading app reviews, looking at what permissions they're going to use. Once again, going back to that flashlight example, a flashlight app has no reason for accessing your photos and videos, right? So look at those things and say, what's the purpose of this app? And why would it need access to my photos and video or my location data or other things? And avoid apps that ask for access to features that they shouldn't need. Many apps you can actually even turn off access to those features now, where you can say, well, it's asking me for my location data, but I don't want to give my location data to this app, and you can deny it. But just be aware of that. And if you see apps that are asking for many more features than you feel they need, then maybe you should go find a different app. Also, be cautious with any links and attachments. Phishing scams, as I showed, can often come through text messages or emails with fake links. Avoid clicking on any unfamiliar links, even if they do look like they're from a known contact. If in doubt, verify before tapping on the link. If you get a text message from a family or friend and you're like, hey, you know what? Why did they send me this random text with this weird link? Call them. Call their number. Don't call the number that it came from, but call their number from their contacts list and say, hey, did you just send me a link? What is it? Before I go and click on it. And just stay safe. All right. Another thing you can do is enable different features around security for tracking. So both iOS and Android offer location tracking services like Find My iPhone or Find My Device. I recommend that you turn these on in your settings. These tools let you remotely lock, locate, or erase your phone if it's lost or compromised. Obviously, make sure that you're using MFA on your Google account, that you have your Find My Device or your Find My iPhone. If you're an Apple user, make sure your Apple account is set up with MFA so that a threat actor can't gain access to that data. But that's a very important setting to have turned on so that you can protect your phone and your device and data if it is lost or compromised. And then I've already talked about this. I'm just going to say it one more time. Make sure you're updating your operating system and your apps. If possible, turn on automatic updates. Developers are constantly patching vulnerabilities, and staying up to date really helps protect you from the latest threats. Also, use strong passwords, use two-factor authentication to protect all of the accounts on your device. Two-factor authentication, especially for email, cloud storage, and banking apps. I turn it on anywhere. Anytime I have an account or I'm setting up something new, I always look and see, can I turn on MFA? Do they offer it? And if so, I set it up. That extra step can stop hackers, even if your password is compromised. The last tip is to consider purchasing a mobile security app. Reputable mobile security apps can offer some added protections, including malware scanning, phishing protection, and VPN services. So look for apps with strong reviews from trusted developers. I personally use Sophos Mobile on my phone. So securing your phone from malware isn't really just about preventing or cleaning up from an attack. Really, it's about maintaining confidence in your day-to-day operations and helping you to be effective and efficient in all the things that you do. Mobile devices are extremely powerful, and in today's business world can enable you to do amazing things while on the road. Taking a few simple precautions ahead of time can help prevent major disruptions later, keeping your personal and business data safe from compromise. If you have any questions or need any personalized guidance on removing malware or protecting your mobile devices, please reach out. We'd be happy to help find a solution or walk you through things to have proper device security and to support your business goals. You can find the links on the screen and in the chat if you'd like to reach out to us. We're also going to provide a link to this video's transcript in blog form, so it'll be available in the chat and as well as in our video description. All right, let me go and see if we have any questions from our live audience. Nothing from our live audience. So if you're watching this live, thank you for watching. If you're watching this after the fact, thanks for taking the time to watch this. If you found this information helpful, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment. We would love your feedback, any thoughts that you have. Your feedback really does help us to create content that's more valuable to you, which is our goal. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you get updates as well. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to help you navigate the world of technology and cybersecurity safely. If you need any further assistance, reach out via direct message, contact our office, or visit our website at itnet.works. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next week.